Hello everyone. Today we're going to be making a collage of Papa getting the moon for his daughter Monica. And this is based on the book Papa Please Get the Moon for Me by Eric Carle. And my paper's kind of big, so it's hard to see the whole thing, but we're going to be making a drawing of Papa, the moon, and a collage adding a big ladder to the bottom of our paper. So we're going to need a few things to get started. I'm going to set this aside for now. We're going to use a dark piece of paper, like so. I have a little darker blue. A bunch of strips of paper, 3 strips of paper. These are about 1 inch wide and 12 inches long. And my paper that I'm using is 12 inches wide and 18 inches long, but yours can be shorter and smaller if you want. And then I have a 6x9 piece of paper too. So the first thing we're going to do is decorate our background. We have a blue background, but I'm going to add some stars because it's nighttime. So I'll show you how I can make a star. When I'm making a star, I make a big letter A with wide arms like that. And then I put an X connecting the arms to the legs like that. So there is one star, and I can make many more stars. You can make as many as you want all over your paper. It is nighttime, and hopefully those beautiful stars are out. So I'm going to add a bunch on my paper. Okay, there's several. Now another thing you can do is use your crayon or other coloring materials and make some lines in the night sky just to add a bit of texture and interest to your paper. And I am going across with a blue crayon. And now I'm going to come back and I'm thinking a little bit about Van Gogh's Starry Night. I'm going to make some purple swirls in the night sky. Maybe it's kind of windy. Let's hope not too windy because Papa has to climb that ladder for Monica. So there is my background. And I'm going to just put my paper right on my background and do some drawing. So now I'm going to draw Papa getting the moon. And if you'd like, you can trace the moon in with a little bit of a lid, like this is a sour cream lid, or you could use an orange juice lid if you wanted to. So my other paper, I had a small moon, a little kind of a cat's claw moon, but you could make a really big one if you want to. So there's my big moon, and I'm going to turn my paper this way to draw Papa. So I'm going to make an oval, and that's Papa's head. We're going to draw him from behind. So I'm making his arms coming up, and then his shirt, sleeves, and hands. Try to get those 4 fingers in there and that thumb. And then legs, 2 lines down, and an upside down V, and those are his pants. And oval shapes for his feet. There we are. Now I'm going to take my Sharpie and outline. You do not have to outline with a Sharpie. You can use something else if you'd like. I'm going to try to cover up my lines as best I can. Sometimes that's tricky. You can also use an eraser if your lines are not quite right. I'm going to add some texture and hair so we know that that's Papa's hair. And here's the pants. If you want to, you can get fancy and add some pockets on Papa's pants too. And shoelaces. You can get very creative. All right, now I'm going to go around my moon with a black Sharpie too. And you could trace it with your Sharpie if you wanted to, instead of tracing with pencil first. That's another way to do it. There we go. And in the book, the moon is kind of looking happy, so I'm going to add a little smile to my moon. Okay, time to add color. Pick out the colors that you'd like for Papa. You'll need a skin color, and you can pick one that matches your skin color or what you think Papa's skin color should look like. There we are. And hair color. My Papa is going to have brown hair. And I am going to use the brown for his boots too right away. And Papa is going to have some blue jeans on. I'm going to color around the outsides first and then fill in the space. That way I know where I need to stop with my coloring. Up and down. And then I can go back and forth too and fill in any white spaces if I want to. Now Papa's shirt, I'm going to give him a purple shirt. Outline that first. And fill in the rest. There, Papa looks pretty good. Now my moon, I'm going to add a little bit of gray, and I'm going to go in a circle, just kind of light, thinking about what that moon might look like, almost silvery. And if you have silvery crayons, you could color it like that. That would be really cool. Okay, now it's time for cutting. I'm going to cut out my moon first, carefully going around the outside of the moon. We're getting our scissor skill practice in. There's my moon, and here's my Papa. I'm going to cut around Papa's foot, and his legs, and all the way up to his hand. There we go. Get rid of my scrap. And now I'm going to go around this way, cut the other side. Wouldn't it be something if you really could get the moon and play with it? But it would definitely change sizes, just like it did in the book. All right, now I'm going to cut in between the pant legs. And in between the hands. Try to get rid of as much white as we can. Here we are. And it's kind of hard to get in between those fingers, but you certainly can try to get as much out as you can. Now we have both of these things ready. The next thing I'm going to do is get my ladder ready. So I'm going to set Papa and the moon aside. I'm going to only look at 2 strips and the bottom of my paper. So I'm going to lay the strips so that I can fit my moon up above and I can fit Papa on the ladder. So I'm going to glue those strips down. I'm putting them side by side, almost like train tracks. Glue and then flip them over. We want them to be somewhat close together, but not too close together. So maybe like that. There we are. And then this next strip I'm going to use, I'm going to cut it in the middle. And then I'm going to cut each section in the middle. So I'll have 4 strips of yellow when I'm done. There we are. I'm going to lay them out so they look like the rungs on a ladder. There's my ladder. Okay. And now that I know where everything's going to go, now I can put my glue on and flip and just set them down. Glue, flip, and smooth. Glue, flip, and smooth. Glue, flip, and smooth. There's my ladder. Now I need to figure out where Papa's going to go. Can Papa stand on the rung of the ladder and reach the moon? He sure can. So I'm going to glue that moon down in the sky, maybe next to the star, so I'm not covering it up. And then, since I know where Papa's going to go, put some glue on Papa. And he can reach that moon for his daughter, Monica. Here we are. Should he be down there quite close reaching it? Maybe. I think so. He's got a pretty sturdy ladder, so he can reach that moon. All right, nice job. We have our moon done, our Papa, and our ladder, and our background. So there is Papa. Please get the moon for me. I hope you had fun.